me, Sid, and yep, I'm Spetnaz today. I swapped my armour over. Been caving. Got a whole load of stuff in there, stuff processing in there. Sorted my tin problem. So I've decided today what I want to do is let's just run up and check. I love the sound of those generators when they're working. Certainly better than the wind ones anyway. My turrets are taking a bit of damage when they attack things. Skeletons keep ganging up on them and shooting them from range, so I've decided it's time to upgrade. I've, in the intervening time, apart from caving, I've got a little bit more uranium to process. I have finished stuff down here, and I moved the hazmat suit down here because I've stuck my uranium down in the vault, and I've also brought power down, ready to start playing with MineChem. I've also got the tooltips on, because when I was going for ore, it was... I wish I knew where that spider was. When I was going for ore, it was easier to spot exactly which was tin and which was silver, because I didn't want silver. Anyway, what's the plan for today? Well, the first plan is to build a turret. Now, there are 3 types of turret, as well as the railgun, which you can build, and they all need a turret platform, which is built like so. So piston, dead easy. Steel sheet, that's 4 of these. So we can 1, I don't know, bang, 2, 3, 4. Get those. So that's my steel sheets sorted. What else did I need for that? Chests, battery. Now, battery I have got some made from earlier. Got any wood down here? Yep, probably not, maybe not enough for everything I need, but we'll go and have a bash. So I've got my battery. Need a couple of chests. 1, 2. Don't know why I do that. I keep on forgetting I'm in a project bench, and and I only made 1. Okay, 2 of those. Piston, I need some iron. Bang. So let's just dump that lot off. So we'll dump those out. Cobble, iron, wood, and redstone. Iron, wood, and redstone. So that gives me those, that. So the last thing is this basic circuit, which I need bronze, sheet, copper wire, and those 4. Now I've got a little bit of copper wire, but I ain't got a lot. So what we'll do is we'll make a bunch of that. A bit more. That should be enough of that. One of those, I think it was like that. With that, gives me I need 2 basic circuits ultimately, so I might as well make those now. So turret platform, that's piston, basic circuit, battery, chest, and steel plates. Gives me my turret platform, and I will need more of those. Now, the only one that's really applicable, the laser turret, I could look at, but that's expensive to run, uses a lot of power. So I'm going to make the turret gun, which is steel and 1 of those. And that gives me the turret gun. Now there's 2 other things I need, because I need to take the power across. So I am going to need quite a little bit of this. Probably that, maybe 1 more. that should be enough. So that's my universal cable, which is great because it takes every single power source out there. And last but not least, I need some bullets. And I need to make these, which are basically iron, bullet shells and things. Makes me 16, so they're quite cheap to make, but I do need some tin. Tin to tin. Fortunately, I have lots of it. And they are like, I'll make a bunch of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make a stack. That should be more than adequate. Bonk. Was any gunpowder in there? No, it's upstairs in the gun chest. There's a little bit there. And a bit more there. Got plenty of sulphur anyway, so I'm not too worried. Those. One of those and one of those. 1, 2. I'll make a stack again because I will need them. Okay, so that's my bullets sorted. Got all of that. So the next thing is sleep. Do. And we're back. Right. Go and deal with any unfriendlies out there. There's one I can see straight off the bat. Hello, fella. He had a gun. Mine was better. Any others? Any hostiles? Not that I see. For some reason, I'm breeding my damn sheep, and the little sods are getting out, and I can't figure out how. I think they must be glitching through. There's one. Should be one over that way somewhere. Or there was, because I kept on mistaking it for a slime. Oh, there he is. Yeah, so I don't know why. The cows are fine. The cows stay, well, at least so far have stayed in. Sheep, not so lucky with. Right. So, what we need to do is, oops, Axel, come down here and lay a bit of universal cable up to about here, I think. Put the turret on there, and then put, no, he's facing the wrong way. If I take that out, these are fairly tough, these turrets, compared to the normal ones. Come on. Oh, Christ. You fell the wrong side. Wonderful. Right. Once more with feeling. And the turret controller on the top. We'll stick, where are we? Dirt back in there. Well, I can't do it until it's got a turret on it. Let me, where am I? Stick that there. And yeah, we'll leave that as is. But we need to have access to this from the rear, if you'll pardon the expression. Oh no, he's still playing silly sods. Give him some ammunition, and then what we need to do is dig a trench round to the power thing. I'm going to put this power cable in. In the meantime, we'll have a little bit of things that make you go boo, where we've gone and had a look at. I have to go this way a bit. what was it? The railgun and the cruise missile launcher. Hell, why not? Be back after this. Welcome back to another installment of Things That Make You Go Boom. And I've set up a couple of targets for today's practical demonstration. These targets are 16 blocks thick, obsidian walled on the outside with wool inners, solid, and we're going to be trying a couple of things that this one, the railgun, I'm unlikely to ever make in the survival game, unless we're playing on a server, in which case this thing is killer. So it's got a turret controller, it's charged, it's got a railgun bullet. These things cost a fair bit to make, and of course we've got a power supply down here. I've just stuck an ultimate energy cube in. So you mount it, you aim it where you want it to shoot, left click to dismount, and ready for this, fire. And as you see, that penetrated pretty much almost all the way through. So railgun, this thing, if you're in a multiplayer game, player versus player, that would be great if you could get up on a hillside over an enemy base and just lay into them. Now this one over here, this is the cruise missile launcher. So I've got this loaded with a breaching missile. I've got my radar gun, so we'll just fly over and set my target. I don't need to be that close, but I'd like it nice and central. We feed the coordinates into the cruise launcher. This thing will fire any missile, and I'm just going to set the time today and fire. And as you can see, the breaching missile really didn't do much to that, not compared to the railgun. Let's try something a little more destructive on this. Again, a missile I'll probably never use, but will be great in a multiplayer warfare. Take the breach out. Oh. There we go, he's in. Right, ready for this one? This is a nuke. Not much left. These are radioactive waste. We've got a fair old crater. Most of the blast has been directed this way. You'll notice that the nuke has actually destroyed obsidian, so that even obsidian isn't strong enough to withstand a nuclear blast. Yeah, so I'll return you now over to the Infamy Modern Warfare Survival Series. Okay, so we got the first turret up, and I decided to move it up onto the top because it didn't look right down there. And I put another turret box up there. I made another one of those because I decided I've actually got a lot of power. So I am going to make a laser turret as well. So I need to make another bronze plate, some steel plate and glass. Simple enough. I should have bronze. Oh, I've got bronze. There we go. So that was bronze plate. It was that. And that wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Two steel plates, I think it was. And glass in here we have. So what was the recipe again? Okay, so that, and that. Should make me one of those. Let's go and see if we can't taunt some bad guys to come up and play. I've also put this barbed wire around the edge, so off you go, Mr. Laser Turret. I don't know why they always face that way. I've taken this down and put this up repeatedly, and yeah, it also shows on the damage indicators slightly differently. Alright, this has got a longer range than that, but these are pretty damn cool. So what we need to do is, I suppose if we run up here, we might get a better view, see if we can't get any unfriendlies to come over and play. Come on. Where are you all? You gonna come over? No. This is probably the one time where they're not going to come and play. I may have to go and goad them in. Let's have a go and see if we can't kite something over. Come on then. Oh, that one's cool. You coming? Did they get him? I sincerely hope so. Yep. Grab those those shells. That spider's still there. Come on then. Hello. Come on. He doesn't feel like playing now. I think they're going to be a little bit more successful than the get dead. Right. So that's the turrets. The drawback with these is they are going to use a lot of power, and I'm entirely solar. Now where do the rest of those gun casings go? Because I only picked up, oh, I got a cheap pistol. Damn cheap ass spider running around with its cheap pistol. Don't know where those went. Anyway, they're doing their job. I may replace that with a laser turret actually, because then I don't even have to worry about ammo. So there's a couple of things I want to look at. This possibly, let's have a look. Micro. I want to start. God, them slimes. I want to start looking at MineChem. Yeah, MineChem mod, which basically is a chemistry mod. So you need to make a microscope lens, which is made with glass that way. Glass that. Oh, that's nice and cheap. We can do that right now. So we need one of those, and is it like that? Yeah, two of those. So that's nice and cheap. Microscope lens. Combine that with a glass pane and some iron. God, it's not going to be good for the nerves. Glass pane. Right, what was it again? And iron. Iron. Glass. and a microscope. Now I'm going to try, I just want to take that with me down there. Right, so my chemistry, I'm going to do a little bit underground, I think, which is why I brought the power down. And I'll just run the power the length of this wall. Pop that along. Well, I didn't really make enough, did I? Oh well, doesn't really matter. And bang, that's my microscope. I can put items in it and it will tell me what is in them, but before I can do that, I need to make a chemist's journal. Now, hopefully, somewhere, I've got a book. Oh, I had loads of glass panes. What a waste. Oh well, no worries, no loss. Is it that one? No. Is it glass panes like that then? No. Okay. That empty vial. Oh, it's straight down the middle. 16 of those, done. God, those slimes. Okay, so if I do that, gives me a chemist's journal, which is basically a list of everything I discover. So I can put my chemist's journal in here, stick a cobblestone in, and that will give me silicon and oxygen. That is the recipe for cobblestone. Dirt, silicon and oxygen. Glowstone is phosphorus. String, we've got some complex beasties now. If I now go and look at this, I've now got the recipe for these items, and the decomposer allows me to put glowstone into the decomposer and it will give me 4 phosphorus. So it basically breaks them down into their constituent atoms. And if I were to get phosphorus from something else and put it into the synthesis machine in that pattern, I can make glowstone blocks. Similarly, string I can break down into these. So what's that? Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen in a variety of... No, they're all... Oh, the different, so C3H, C2H5, C3H7, NO2. So if I were to break one of those down into these, then I could break this down further into carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. And you can do this with pretty much all the vanilla items. So we've got carbon, we've got tetrodotoxin, whatever that is. I'm not going to pretend I know. What's steak made out of? Not probably raw steak I can get, but yeah. So that's the microscope, and we can go make the decomposition machine. No, we'll do that next episode. But that's iron. This block of iron and pistons and some redstone will make a decomposer, and a synthesis machine is most likely more expensive. It uses diamond. They all use power, but it basically allows me to, gotta leave that in there, convert one thing to another. Very similar to equivalence exchange, but more scientific-y. Anyway, so by next episode I want to get a few more of those turrets in. The other thing I need to look at is, now is it a thermal? I can't, no, oh god, heat generator. Now this is another form of heat generator which we can use with lava to generate energy when the sun's down. So that's probably my plans for next episode, get a bit more mine chemistry going on, and I'm going to go back down where it's at least a little bit quieter away from them slimes. Get some more chemistry going on and some more power sources, and I think I'm near a cave now because I can hear a zombie. God. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode. I think we're probably running to about 25 minutes or so. So until next time, which is going to be a while, because I'm going away. What we got out of here? Oh, there's just one of them damn slimes. Going to get him. Then, yeah, that'll be it from me. And hope you enjoyed. Oh god, I'm not sure whether they're better after you've cut them down to size. Die, you little swines. Come on, die. We'll have that lot. Okay, yeah. So, I'll see you when I get back from the Dominican Republic. And until then, from me and the turrets, which are patrolling, bye, and see you later.